hiring a coach, hiring multiple coaches actually, helped me build a thriving business in just 1 year, seeing 10K months and well on my way towards 6 figures in my first year of business. Okay, so many people in their first year of business make $0, make no money at all. Maybe this was you, maybe this is you right now, maybe this is what you don't want to be. Either way, whatever stage you're in right now, this video might be very helpful in getting you to understand the importance of investing in yourself through seeking mentorship and through seeking coaching. And who best to share that journey with you than a coach who also had coaching from other coaches? So, I'm addicted to coaching. I'm just going to start off and preface and say that I am the queen of investing in themselves. I think it's important to invest in yourself, but sometimes we get a little carried away. I got to a point where I felt that if I didn't have a coach, I couldn't be successful on my own anymore. And so I think that's when it becomes a bit dangerous, when you don't feel like you're able to help yourself at some point. It's okay to have mentorship. It's okay to seek help and accountability, but I felt like I was always in some sort of coaching container. I'm pretty sure for the first 2 years of my business, I was always back to back in some sort of coaching container. And I think I became addicted to the idea of needing a mentor to find success. And I'm not saying that you have to. You can do it alone if you want to and figure things out on your own. But I definitely do not regret having at least one coach to start off with in the beginning of my business. And also remember that not every coach is going to be the same. You're not going to get the same experience. Sometimes you don't always see the results that you want from hiring a coach and working with someone. So I think having had 4 coaches in my lifetime, 4 coaches, some of them for different reasons, but they've all contributed to my success in one way or another, even if I didn't see it right then and there or didn't see the immediate results. But I heavily believe that if I did not hire my first coach at the onset of my business, I would have not seen the success that I had today. The 10K months, the amazing results that my clients were able to get because I stepped into my business with confidence, and with that confidence and clarity, I resonated with so many young women, so many young female entrepreneurs who wanted to kill it in their business. And by being in my energy, by learning how to harness that energy for themselves, they were able to create so much money in their business, as well as so much growth in their business too. Even within their business and outside of their business, their personal relationships flourish, their health, their well-being, their money. So in just that 1 year, I was able to scale my business from making 3K months to scaling to 10K months consistently before taking my gap year, taking my year off. And I got sponsorships from a lot of large brands. Some of the big ones were Four Sigmatic and Neo Financial. So I was well on my way to really partner with more established brands and brands that were in alignment with the financial wellness themes that I was teaching. Okay, so why am I so obsessed with having mentors, right? And why did I feel the need to create this video today? Well, I really feel like you reach success faster when you go farther with a mentor, when you go farther with someone else, when you hire someone that has already lived the life that you want to live, that is seeing the success that you want. Being in their energy helps so much because they can see the blind spots that you cannot see. It's just like you being in a romantic relationship that's super toxic and you don't see it because you're in it, you're blinded by all like the lovey-dovey fuzzy feelings, and your friends on the outside looking in are like, no, this is horrible for you. You should not be going through this. You should not be feeling this way. But in the time, in the moment, you can't see it. So just like a business, there are things that maybe we do to sabotage ourselves. There are simply just information that we don't know, we don't have our hands on to make better decisions. And when you have a coach that can see clearly what your vision is, what you want, and how you want to show up, and curating and customizing a blueprint that's going to help you get there, you remove so much of that pressure on yourself. You remove so much of the guilt and the shame of not knowing what to do because you now have someone there that's rooting for you. And I'm not saying they have all the answers. There's still a lot of work and things you're going to have to figure out. But the best thing that they bring to the table is making you feel so confident about what you have to offer this world and really helping you to get your business off the ground. That is essentially, and to be making money, to have money come in so that you can start to continue pouring back into your business and further impacting many more people with your products or your services, but also to positively impact your own life. You want to be making more money on your own than you did for any previous workplaces or employers. That really is the goal. You know you've made it in your business when you're making more money in your business than you've ever made in your life working for someone else. And I want to get you to that point. My business coaches wanted to get me to that point. And that is why I am so obsessed with having mentors. Lifetime skills too that you will learn that can be transferable to even if you decide to not work in your business anymore, or you decide to sell your business and move on to another venture or work for somebody else. These are lifetime skills that I've learned from my coaches that I could have not got in university, okay? That I could have not gotten through school. It is just life experiences, putting yourself out there into the world and doing what you do best and hoping to be compensated for that. So I'm just going to cover quickly like the 4 coaches that I worked with. I'm not going to give out their name in detail, but just because some of them aren't doing their work anymore and I'm not quite sure where they're at. But I just want to highlight what I learned from them by hiring them and hoping that this gives you the confidence to one day hire a coach for yourself, right? And a lot of my coaches that I'm going to run through, they weren't all business coaches. So you can get coaching for so many different things in your life. You can get coaching for even specific limiting beliefs. We have mindset coaches. We have health coaches. We have spiritual coaches. You have fitness coaches, fitness trainers. When you think about going to the gym, that is sort of like the first type of, I guess, coach. I didn't even realize when I first came into the coaching industry, I was like, who hires a coach? I didn't really understand what coaching was. And when I thought about fitness trainers as being coaches, it really made more sense and put things into perspective for me. I was like, oh yes, this is someone that's helping you to tailor your exercises, your fitness needs and goals to get the results that you want, whether it's losing weight to just feel more fit and healthy in your body, whether to gain muscle, lose fat, whatever it is. So it's the same thing for having a coach in other areas of your life. And I think it's so interesting that people will hire personal trainers for when it comes to their fitness, but they don't think about hiring personal trainers when it comes to their business or their mental health or their money. So first coach I had was I was working in my business part-time, but I really wanted to start seeing some money come in. And I started my Instagram account. At first, I was just posting random things about money. And I was like, you know what? Like, I just want someone who's done this before, who knows just how to get a coaching business off the ground. I don't want to do any guesswork. I want to just get the ball rolling because I'm someone that's very ambitious. You give me the ingredients, I will make the recipe. No doubt. And I will make it better than the person that gave me the ingredients. So I was like, I just need to find someone that's killing it, that's creating amazing transformation for their clients, for other people, because I want to do the same thing. And I just want to get on this. I just want to get on the cart. I just want to get this ball rolling. So my first coach, I invested $3,000. $3,000, guys. This was all money that I had in my regular 9-to-5, and I wanted to invest in my business to go full time. So I invested $3,000 into her, and that is the most money I've ever invested into anyone one time up front. Actually, I don't think it was up front. I think it was a payment plan. So it was like $500 or something every 2 weeks. But still, that's a lot of money to give someone who didn't necessarily like have a degree in maybe what she was teaching. She was teaching people how to build their businesses on Instagram, online. But I didn't care because she was 21 and she was making 6 figures. That's literally all I cared about. I was like, you're making money and you're 21. I think at the time I was like 24. I'm like, you're 3 years younger than me and you're already killing it, living your dream life. I want in. So I hired her. I didn't care. I'm like, if that $3,000 is going to make me 6 figures, I'm going to give her the $3,000. And I trusted myself and I trusted her because she had the results. I saw the case studies. I saw the testimonials. I did my research on her to determine whether this was someone who was worthy of me investing my money into. And lo and behold, literally within my first month, before the first month finished, that $1,000 I gave her, I already got my first client. So I made back money because my first client, I charged $1,000. And so already I saw the return on my investment. Amazing. Kept going. By the end of the 3 months of working with her, I made back everything that I invested with her and a bit more, right? Because even after leaving her and starting to do my own work, I started to call in more clients based on the sales and the marketing skills that she taught me on how to grow my Instagram and how to create offerings. This is lifetime knowledge, right? I'm paying $3,000 not for things that I'm going to learn in 3 months and forget. This is $3,000 worth of skills and education that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. And no matter what I do, no matter what business I start, whether it's coaching, whether it's something else, I will always remember what she taught me, and it will take me very far. And so I think sometimes we forget about that. We think, like, especially right now in the day and age where there's a lot of coaches now and the field has become very saturated, I think remembering that these skills that you are learning, it is for a lifetime. This isn't just something where you just do for fun because you just want to say that you got coaching. Like, no, like you are seeing real transformation from these people who are willing to give you their time, energy, and in return, you give them money to help you level up and ascend and become this next best version of yourself. So that was my first coach. My second coach was an email marketing coach. So I started to get really big on the whole mailing list thing. I also, mind you, I was also part of an entrepreneurial community. So although I didn't get one-on-one coaching and mentorship in the entrepreneurial community, I was learning things because in this entrepreneurial community, there were a lot of built-in courses and activities and a lot of meetings and discussions. So alongside having these one-on-one coaches, I was also in a community that was still holding me accountable. And so my next coach that I invested in, another $3,000, was an email marketing coach because I really wanted to build up my mailing list and I wanted to start selling my offerings through automations, through having pre-built emails that took people along this journey, that helped people figure out how they wanted to work with me, what services I offered, and give them the motivation to make that conversion, to make that payment. And it actually helped me to make my 10K months because once I was able to automize my emails, that was when I felt like I was able to, a lot more money was coming in with ease without me manually having to always remind people about my services and my offerings. I had these pre-built emails so that when someone downloaded one of my freebies, they would go through these funnels of emails that would incentivize them and motivate them to work with me. This isn't tacky. This is part of building a business. I mean, obviously, I want you to do things that are in alignment, that feel good to you. For me, it feels good because I put a lot of time and energy into writing my emails. I'm not writing a bunch of fluff. Like, these are real case studies of my clients. These are stories of my growth and my personal development and skills. I'm teaching people how to get better with their finances and to build confidence through these emails. So it is not just like me selling people randomly all the time. This is really curating that journey for them to get the confidence to finally work on their goals with an expert, with someone who has done it before. So I know the transformation that my clients are going to get. So I'm not afraid of selling my offers and selling my services. I do this all the time in my YouTube videos. Even right now, please check out in the description below if you want to work with me and you want to check out my courses or how to work with me one-on-one. It is a part of having a business. If you do not have a business, how are you going to help people? So these are the things that my coaches taught me, and this is the reason why they were so successful. And this is the reason why you will be just as successful when you learn from people like me or them. Also, I learned so many skills, marketing skills, just that alone within email marketing, that when I came out of my gap year in 2022, I was able to get a job within marketing, even not having any marketing degree. I never went to school for marketing, but a lot of what I learned about marketing was through running my own business. And so I was able to get a job helping someone else run their business and other companies run their business, million-dollar companies, guys, how to create email marketing systems because I was able to do it for myself. So this is when I say lifetime knowledge and skills. These are sometimes skills that you won't learn in school, but you will learn on your own or through experience because you are running your own business. You are You're exposing yourself to new things and doing new things. So that was the best part about having that coach, really helping me build out the back end systems of my business that were going to exponentially increase my potential for revenue with more ease and without me having to always manually be selling. Then my business coach, my third business coach, is actually a coach that I work for sometimes on the side. I help her with the back end of her business now. And she taught me a lot about systems and scaling, fine tuning. And it was in a group coaching container. That was the first time I ever did group coaching. All the other forms of coaching were one-on-one, but in the group coaching, I had a mix of one-on-one, and then I also had meetings and sessions where I was with other female entrepreneurs who also had an established business, who were making money, but they wanted to find out how to make more, how to really squeeze out more from their business to generate more revenue and more profits. And my business coach at the time, she was making $300,000 at the time. Now she's making even more. And I think that's the great thing about being in the energy of people like this. Like I said, when you're in the energy of someone who's making $300,000 a year, that really motivates you to know that you can also do it too. So I always love, this is why I became so addicted to it, because I love investing my money to be in the energy of someone who was making more money than me and doing more than me. And it's not just really always about the money, but I know that that money was able to give me the freedom that I wanted to live a certain lifestyle and also make sure that I'm generating results, that my business is also growing and it's that big because I'm damn good at what I do. It's an affirmation that people are willing to spend that much money on me. People want to be my energy because they see the difference it will make in their lives. So when you get to a point where you feel like that, and you understand the value of that investment and that return on your investment, you will not doubt and second guess hiring a coach, right? So she really gave me the motivation and the impact to scale and to really get clear on my messaging and my systems. There were certain things that, I was just piecing together on my own, even though I had my first coach to set up the foundation. I really didn't know how to scale. So she was the one that kind of helped me learn how to scale and to be even bigger and to realize that I could be even bigger and do even more. And to be in the energy of other women, 10 other women in the group who are also doing the same thing. It was amazing to come to a session and see a woman talk about making in just 1 month, making those 10K months. And eventually I was able to do the same and start making my 10K months too, continuing to have those consistent months come in. Then my fourth coach and my last coach, actually I lied. I had 5 coaches. Oh my gosh, I'm just taking it in. I've had 5 coaches. Okay. My fourth coach was a dating coach. And although you may be like, okay, what does that really have to do with business? I'm not really talking about business here in this video. I'm really just talking about the impact of coaching. So really my dating coach was to help me get clear on setting boundaries and figuring out how to work with my attachment style and really call in a secure partner. And she really helped me to get clear on my values to the point where now, like when I teach my clients, that is one of the first activities and exercises that we do, getting clear on your why and your values. If you do not know what your values are and what's important to you, you're going to be all over the damn place. You're going to be accepting all types of behavior from anybody that you date. So that was really helpful for me to stand in my own power and to realize how much I was worth and how much my money's on my way. Money's on my way. I just had a notification that money's on its way to me. Money comes and money comes. It's always coming. Okay, so the dating coach helped me to set boundaries in my business because when I'm dealing with clients, there are boundaries I have to set with them too. When to show up on calls. If they miss a call, what are the repercussions of that? If people aren't doing the work on our calls, how do I set boundaries to let them know, like, this is in your best interest? We need to get through the XYZ to get you to the other side. So setting boundaries, even in the sales call. Sometimes people want to bargain with you. Sometimes people want to get away with not making payments. So really, these are all relationships at the end of the day. You need to know how to communicate clearly to your clients. This is what I expect of you, and this is what you should expect from me. And I think having a dating coach really helped me both in my personal romantic relationships and also my work and business relationships, to even just networking with other people, when I'm doing collabs, when I'm partnering with other companies, with large brands, and I got to negotiate a contract. I got to explain to them how much I think I'm worth and what I'm willing to do for XYZ amount of money. So definitely having a dating coach really helped me in terms of setting boundaries, knowing my why, and just personal communication, just getting better at effective communication. This was the same thing for my last coach, which was my spiritual coach. And she was really there for me during my gap year. I really wanted someone to be there for me as I was going through the motions of not working and really figuring out myself and what I wanted to do moving forward and how to move forward with my business in alignment when I was ready to go back into it. And so she was very helpful. And of course, remembering that, coming back to the why am I doing the things that I'm doing? Getting clear on like what fills me up with joy, what is for my highest good. Why am I here? How am I here to serve? What is my purpose? How can I remove that negative self-attachment that I have with success and accomplishing things and goals? And how can I remember the true meaning of why I'm here? And to not get lost in the process of success and money and wealth and fame, because so many people do. And I think that was a really good, humbling experience and a way for me to just reset and have that accountability while I was going through a year of a lot of mental ups and downs and really just, a second awakening for me. And she really helped to guide and hold my hand through that. All of these guys provided me with a blueprint. They took the guesswork out. They held me accountable. The days where I couldn't do it myself, they showed me why I could. And they gave me the tools and the resources to thrive and to get back on my feet. Self-reflection and personal growth. Like, out of these coaches and the things that I've learned, I've been able to apply it to so many other areas of my life outside of the scope of what that coach was able to teach me. I was able to personally reflect on what was holding me back, the limiting beliefs, and having someone to work through those with me so that I can really live up to my full potential. Access to tools and resources, like I've said so many times before, journal prompts, those sessions, those meetings that I had with other like-minded individuals, those one-on-one calls where we did activities on the spot. These are tools for success that I otherwise would not have been able to give to myself if it wasn't for them. I would not have had access to. Then I would say time. Time is so much of the essence, and that is what they gave me. They gave me back time, because if I did not invest into these programs and working with some of these coaches one-on-one, I would not be as far ahead as I am now. Hands down. I know people who have started their business the same time as me and they are still spiraling. They still are not seeing the results that they want to see. And they have never hired a coach. They have never made that investment. Maybe they've invested in books here or a little course here, but they've never had that one-on-one accountability. So that's the first thing I say to someone who's struggling in their business: hire a coach. I know it's scary sometimes, finding the money, finding ways to be resourceful, but you have to really come from a place of abundance and know that this is going to catapult you into the next version of yourself that you need to be. The next version of yourself that does have the money to invest in these coaches and to invest in more coaches down the road. Never be afraid to invest in yourself. And also, too, don't need to invest in coaches all the time either. That is coming from a place of scarcity and being anxious and using coaches or using coaching as a crutch, feeling like you cannot be successful also without a coach. So there has to be a good balance. But if you've never hired a coach ever in your life, you've always been stuck on achieving a certain type of goal and you want to fast track your way to success, and you really just want to have that one-on-one accountability and someone to really be there for you day in and day out to make sure that you are working towards that end goal, definitely it is worth hiring a coach. And if you'd like to hire me, if you like to work with me, if you like my energy, if you want to be handheld through building out wealth, attracting abundance, and navigating your business, building a sustainable business, starting to thrive, bringing in those 10K months, then there are different opportunities and ways to work with me. I have offerings for people at whatever level they're at. I try to make sure that my services are affordable for people at whatever level they are at. So my courses are on the lower end. If you want to work with me one-on-one, it's a little bit pricey, but it is worth it. It's all up to you and what you deem is worthy and how much you're willing to invest in yourself. So I hope this video was very helpful. I want you to understand that this is why I believe in the power of coaching, because I became a coach. I'm not a hypocrite when I say that you need coaching. Someone who's a coach that's received coaching from other coaches, I will be the first to tell you how beneficial it has been to have these mentors in my life. Whether it's a free mentor or paid, whatever it takes, whatever it gets for you to feel like you are whole, for you to financially feel well, to improve your overall well-being. Therapy, I don't care what it looks like. Just ask for help and help will show up, okay? There are so many ways to be fully supported and resourced on your journey towards success. And I wish you all the success and all the best. If you enjoyed this video, if you want to work with me, please check in the description below. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.